Hey, what's up guys? I'm Sanfelice and join me today as we visit Common Suits. In my opinion, they're one of the best suit makers we have access to here in the country. Just a disclaimer, this video is not sponsored in any way. I'm just really passionate about suiting, classic menswear, and sharing them with all of you. Now, it's been 2 or 3 years since I've wanted to commission something with them. I've done my research, I've grown sartorially, and today is finally the day. Today we're finding out more about Common Suits. I'll be asking some questions and I'll be taking you through the process of commissioning a garment. Now, without further ado, let's get to the video. Oh, hey Ryan, yeah.
How have you been?
Good.
Very
How about you?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Looking great.
Yeah, you too, man. Can I come in?
Yeah, go please.
Thanks. So Ryan, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. I mean, I'm more than happy to have you.
Yeah, thanks. I think the first time I encountered Common Suits was, 2 years ago, right?
In the trunk show 2 years back.
Yeah, trunk show, yeah. Since then, I've really admired your work through Instagram, of course. I actually prepared a few questions that can shed more light on Common Suits. So the first question is, what is Common Suits? What is the story behind Common Suits? And where were the tailors trained?
It originated when we think about common, of course, men in society endured, evolved through time, right? And what makes a good man are their values, right? So it's really their common values, right? So having integrity, having confidence, having those common good traits,
right,
which actually makes a good gentleman.
Right.
And we think that having a Common Suits is going to be part of that as well. 2-3 years back, I went to the shop, Common Suits, back when I went to the Singapore branch. I actually did an accessory business back then.
Right.
So I sell cufflinks,
Primo,
accessories,
right.
Primo
Yeah.
accessories. So these neckties, cufflinks, pocket squares, and those menswear accessories.
Right.
I worked with a lot of tailors here in Manila, but I decided to expand the scope by offering the same type of accessories to Common Suits. Right? One of the reason is that Manila doesn't really have this mature culture yet when it comes to menswear, right? Or bespoke craftsmanship.
Yeah.
So I wanted to offer these type of accessories to those who actually knows how to use them.
Right.
Or those who appreciates the craftsmanship.
Right.
And then that's when we actually came up with the idea that, why not bring Common Suits to Manila if it's not being practiced there yet?
Wow.
Or if it's not very mature yet. Trained. So the tailors, in our workshop we have different tailors from different parts of the world actually.
Oh.
So we have tailors from China, Malaysia, Singapore, right? And we actually recently are working with a tailor that was trained in Sapel Row.
Wow.
So we've been, of course, year on year, day on day, week on week, we really try to evolve our craftsmanship.
What are the different product offerings of Common Suits right now? Are there any special commissions? Let's say someone wants to have a dressing gown or this sort of thing.
Yeah, we can definitely do something that you want.
Right.
Again, it's bespoke. So if you want a Chinese colored jacket, we can definitely do that. Right, those kind of stuff. Custom made.
Like the red with the gold.
Yeah, the red with the gold.
Yeah.
The one that is used for the Chinese engagements. Which happens a lot in Manila.
Yeah.
We can do something like that. But our main offering is really more bespoke suits.
Right.
So,
Okay.
We can do a 3-piece suit, a tuxedo.
Right.
A 2-piece suit, definitely. A nice safari jacket we can also do.
Right.
A nice pair of trousers.
Right.
It can be done in cotton, denim, wool silk linen. We have a wide range of materials to choose from as well. So it will depend on what the client really wants.
Right.
And what they are actually looking for.
So Ryan, when we talk about tailoring and bespoke experiences, there's normally a house cut or specialty. Now, what would be the house cut of Common Suits?
To sum it all up, it's really more of a modern silhouette with a timeless design or style. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So how is it with the silhouette? We always make sure that it's not very baggy, right? When you buy a suit, it still has a nice shape around the waist, nicer shape around the chest as well, right? So it will actually make you look slimmer since we have some waist suppression around the waist area. and it actually forms around the chest as well. So making your chest look actually a bit bigger or broader.
Right, like a bit of drape on the chest.
Yeah, a bit of drape around the chest.
Right.
And then when it comes to the design, we usually make the roping like higher as compared to the usual. I will actually make your shoulders look wider and broader.
Right.
So more of a masculine silhouette really. And then when it comes to the lapel size, we usually do wider in the lapel. So and of course something that is proportionate still to the wearer, but not too slim. That's actually our house cut for the jacket, and then for the trousers, just like what I'm wearing now. So these are like higher waisted trousers.
Right.
So we also do higher waisted trousers because we follow a certain proportion wherein the wearer looks a bit more balanced, right? So like a shorter torso and a longer leg.
Right.
So it will actually make you look slimmer and taller at the same time. It will still depend on the client. If you want something with a smaller lapel, then you can also do that upon request, definitely. But we try to recommend something that is more proportionate to the wearer.
The next question is, so how much of a common suits a piece is handmade versus machine made?
Okay, 80% of our common suits is actually done handmade.
Right.
20% is done machine stitched.
Okay.
So machine stitch, probably just a few, like how we attach the linings and very few details to around the back area to just close the seams.
Okay.
But almost all are actually done handmade.
Right. Okay.
You can see the canvas being like stitched.
Wow. Right, I see
you
it.
see this coarse texture here, right?
Yeah.
And the tiny dots,
Right.
or this tiny stitching.
Those are individual stitches, right?
Those are individual stitches
Wow.
stitched around the lapel.
It's a lot of craftsmanship and a lot of handwork.
Yes, and you can actually see like the cross stitching around the collar as well. So
Right.
the padding that is done.
Okay, so the next question is, how many hours of work goes into each bespoke suit?
Okay, so
Would you
one
say?
suit would actually take 40 man-hours.
All right, Ryan. The next question is, so obviously Common Suits has a very strong online presence, right? How do people usually react when they come in here and then they see your works?
Well, they're amazed because to see it like me wearing them
Yeah, for
in
sure.
front of them, right? But of course, what you see on Instagram is also what you get.
Right.
So we try to really showcase our craft in our Instagram page because they've been, before coming, they would usually browse
Already
to our
research,
work.
yeah. All right, so Ryan, the next question is, what is the process of commissioning a garment from Common Suits?
Yeah, so it's a 3 to 4 step appointment, really. So first appointment would be the consultation. So during the consultation, we actually talk about the requirements.
Right.
Like, is it gonna be a suit that you're gonna be wearing for a wedding?
Yeah.
Is it are you gonna be the groom?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be the dad? We do our recommendations definitely. Usually people would know like what they want. For example, I want a blue suit.
Just basic requirements.
Just the basic requirements. This is the consultation.
Right.
And then afterwards, once we finalize the details, then we go for the measurements.
Measurements.
Okay, so
within the consultation.
Yes, within the consultation, we get the measurements.
Right. And just another question, how many measurements do you take?
A rough figure, probably more than 20 measurements.
And after this, how many fittings?
So fittings, we usually do one fitting, one basted fitting. It's not going to be made with the final material yet. So it's a basted material, right?
Yeah.
So it's made with a basted garment. And then after that, we send it back to our tailors.
Right.
And then they take that apart, craft the final suit based from that pattern.
With a real fabric.
With a real fabric.
Right.
And then they ship that in. We fit that on you. And then if there are any adjustments, this comes in a third fitting.
Right.
So if there are any adjustments, then we adjust on that.
Right.
On the final garment already.
Right.
And then
Okay.
that's when we release the suit.
Okay. So Ryan, I would like to share with the audience what would be your top recommendations for each sort of scenario I've prepared. So for the first scenario, what would be the most affordable all-season bang for buck setup? 2
recommendations, right? One, if you're really in a tight budget, you can go for a half canvas done in our house fabric. Second recommendation, if you're willing to spend slightly more for a very quality suit, more of an investment, then probably in our entry level Italian done in a full canvas.
Right.
So the price difference, of course, half canvas would start at 45,005. Done in our pure worsted wool.
Right.
And then our Italian entry level would start at 68,000. Already done in a full canvas.
Wow. All right.
Right.
Scenario number 2 is the money is no object setup. Like,
Yeah. So I would usually recommend going for, well, it will depend on the use first.
for sure.
If it's gonna be a tuxedo, probably like a nice tuxedo done in probably a mohair fabric. But
Okay.
if you're looking for a summer suit,
Yeah.
you can do a wool silk linen blend.
Right.
So a wool silk linen would be similar to what I'm wearing actually now. It's summer. It's very summer because it's matte and finish. Again, it wrinkles a bit.
Right.
It's a bit more casual,
Right.
but it's very soft. It's very, how do you say, light to
Right.
wear. It's very open weave as well.
Right.
And it doesn't wrinkle as bad as compared to a pure linen suit.
Right. Right.
Right?
Okay.
So
Because it's a
gives
blend.
It's a blend.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like-
Right. I mean, a lot of people are not used to having creases on the garments, but
Exactly. Yeah.
but linen, right? It's sort of part of the beauty of it, right?
Yes,
but
yes.
it's pros and cons.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right,
So yeah, I mean, I think wool silk linen is really more of the in between.
Right. Right.
So
You get the look, but without the creases.
exactly.
Yeah.
You get the look without the
Yeah, yeah, okay. And obviously you still have options like Solaro, Fresco, that sort of
Yes,
thing, right,
definitely,
right,
yeah.
okay. The last one, which is the winter setup.
We do less winter wear,
Right,
but
for
you
sure.
can definitely do like overcoats
Right.
for winter,
Right.
or a very nice thick sports jacket that
Right.
is probably tweed.
Tweed, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Something very thick and
Heavy,
something
yeah,
heavy
yeah,
material,
yeah.
hefty
Right, right.
material, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you also have flannels, that sort
Flannels,
of thing. Right,
definitely.
okay.
Yeah. So we have some selection here as well. So
Alright.
just in case like
Someone
people
wants it.
want to
Yeah.
have them.
Or maybe if they like the look, right? Sometimes people
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
look, yeah. And don't mind the heat,
Exactly, yeah.
They say like it's tis Filipino, guys,
Tis
but
guapo.
tis guapo.
Yeah.
But okay, so that was the winter setup, and obviously you also have the selection, right, for heavier fabrics, just in case.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
right.
We have it here in shop.
So what is your pricing like right now? I saw on the website there was a pricing section. Is that still valid until today?
Yeah, it's under the FAQs. Pricing would be a wide range,
Right.
really, because
Yeah, for sure.
I mean every fabric would be priced differently.
Right, right.
So it will depend on the fabric, the type of construction.
Yeah,
If it's going to be done in a half canvas, full canvas.
yeah. There's
Italian in our house
Yeah.
wool. I mean, quite a big range.
right.
Linen, wool silk linen.
Okay.
But our starting price for like a two-piece suit and probably an entry-level Italian
Right.
would go for 68,000.
68,000. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you mentioned before as well.
Mentioned
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
mid-level would go for at around 80,000.
Right, right. Just so we get the range,
Yeah.
an idea. Yeah. Okay.
And then our top of the lines would go from 120,
Right.
150 to 180,000.
Wow. So Ryan, thanks for answering my questions. That's all I have for today. The next part of this video is now commissioning a custom garment from Common Suits. So guys, here we have some bunches that Ryan has brought out based on his expertise, based on what I'm also looking for. Ryan, maybe you could share some brief introductions of each of the bunches and why you brought them out.
Sure. Let me start with the Douglas Brothers, because you were looking for a nice hopsack fabric.
Right.
So their tropical air bunch would
Right.
actually have those nice hopsack fabrics, right? So very open weave, still have that nice weight into it.
Right, right.
Yeah. So we can look into this later.
That's great. Yeah.
As requested, we have the crisp air bunch as well.
Right. These
So
are for the
parliamentary
trousers.
For
Yeah.
the trousers.
Yeah.
So we have a wide range of colors as well. So very safe choice.
Right.
Very crease resistant as well.
Right, right.
I have two summer jacketing books here. So since you were looking
Right.
for something that has pattern, right?
Yeah, yes.
So we have Oxygen collection from Beneficio Siruti, and of course the spring summer collection by Laura Chena.
Right,
So we have some nice jacketing fabrics here.
right. And these are blends, right?
Blend,
Wool,
silk
silk.
linen, wool linen.
Right, right.
Silk
Nice.
linen blends. And then for like day-to-day suits,
Mm.
This one's our entry-level line, the VBC
Perennial.
Vitale Barberis Perennial collection.
Right. Very famous bunch, I think.
Very
right?
famous bunch. So these are done in a Super 110s.
Right.
And the Revenge collection from the same brand,
Right.
which would be their Super 150s counterpart.
Right.
Right. So these are for day-to-day suits.
And the Revenge is a bit more. It has a bit more finesse, right? Because it's
Exactly.
150. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's finer. So we also have the 21 microns from Vitale Barberis Canonico. So
Right.
this is a pretty new collection.
Right.
So it's an Italian brand
Right.
that actually
One of the oldest mills,
one of the
right?
oldest mills in the world, right?
Right.
And the 21 microns is actually a more English feel
Right.
fabric by
Right,
an
right.
Italian mill.
Right.
So more crease resistant, more matte in finish.
Right. And heavier.
Heavier, slightly more rougher.
Right.
So it's not the super 150s.
smooth.
It's not the smooth
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
fabric.
Right.
Yeah. And then we have here two Drapers book. So
Right.
the Drapers 5 Stars and the Drapers Ascot.
Right.
So these are done in 21 microns as well.
And this one's the famous 5 stars, which I've seen all over online.
Drapers 5 Stars.
Drapers 5-star fabric.
5-star fabric.
It's a 5-star Drapers.
I'll be seeing what this is all about, including all these other bunches. So Ryan, thank you for the introduction for each of the bunches. I'll be taking a look at each of the bunches to see what I want to sort of commission. After this whole process, I'll bring you guys back for maybe when I finalize the specs and maybe when we take the measurements.
Yeah.
So I'll see you guys later. So guys, we've selected the fabric now. So far just for the trousers. I'm still contemplating on the jacket. We're selecting the button and buckle style. For the trouser, since it's gray, maybe this, maybe black button.
Yeah. The black horn.
Yeah.
Nice on it.
And maybe,
A silver buckle.
yeah. Do you think it would be okay?
Yeah. Either a silver one or a matte black would look nice with it.
This one?
Yeah, that would
Yeah?
look nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Since it's black horn,
Yeah,
might
true.
as well go for like a black.
2 hours later.
All right, guys, we finally decided on the fabric. I've decided on this 21 microns for separates so far. So a navy and a gray trouser. So I wanted to be sort of elegant in a casual way. And we've just specified the specs for the trousers and specs for the jacket. We're just gonna select the lining now.
So for the lining, we have a Bemberg lining. Right.
Okay.
So it's a silk Cupro. It's a Cupro lining.
Okay.
And then we have a wide range of colors. So usual suggestion would be, of course, we have the paisley patterns here. We have herringbones, twill, and the plain
okay.
ones.
Okay.
Usual recommendation would be paisley since you're going for the plain jacket.
Right.
In a darker shade,
Right.
hopefully, because I mean, when you sweat, it stains.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the navy as well. The 04?
4-4.
4-4, yeah. So pretty much I've specified a Neapolitan style jacket, relaxed style, something that can walk the line between dressy and casual,
Yes.
right? Especially in the Philippines, right? Like as long as you're in a jacket, you're already
Formal.
more dressed up than
Yeah.
almost everyone.
Exactly.
I mean, except me now because he's in a 3-piece, a magnificent 3-piece suit. So that's what I've decided, and I think I'll get the most wears out of it as well. So guys, it's actually 6 p.m. now. I arrived here 1:30. I mean, we were filming everything, so you know.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm really particular about the decisions. Yeah. So it took a while. So we've just finished specifying all the different items, and
So we're
yeah.
done with the details actually.
Yeah,
Yep.
the specifications, and we're going to go for the measurements. Okay, so we just finished the measurements and we're just finalizing everything.
For the suit jacket, or I mean the jacket itself,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a navy 21 microns VBC,
Yeah.
unlined double millimeters buttonhole,
Yeah.
unpadded shoulders para camicia,
Yeah.
buttons on the inner pockets,
Yeah. Yeah.
right,
With the flap.
with a flap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then half line, 3 roll 2, full canvas, notch lapel. I'm doing your fitting at 4.25 inch
Okay.
lapel size
Okay.
for now, and then we'll just adjust accordingly.
Sure.
Double back vents.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do patch pocket plain
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
without the pleats, right?
Yeah.
Barchetta. We'll do the black horn and the navy paisley
Yeah. Yeah.
lining. For trousers, it's gonna be the gray, mid-gray VBC 21 microns.
Yeah.
That would be 2 straight pockets, 2 back pockets, extended waistband
Yeah.
with the side tabs. Waistband width would be 1.5 inch. Single forward pleat, black horn for the buttons,
Right.
matte black adjusters,
Yeah.
and then with the front lining, with the suspender buttons, and then we'll also do no coin pockets and 2-inch reverse cuffs. Okay?
All right. Sounds like a perfect plan, huh?
Yeah. And then it's, parang yun nga, you can wear it as a full suit,
Yeah.
a broken down.
Break it up. Yeah. I feel like this might be the beginning of an addiction with common
It is.
suits.
It's an addiction actually.
It's a common suits addiction.
I have it for myself.
Yeah, I feel like you have it as well. So guys, we are just closing out with the payments now, with the down payment. So the initial down payment is 50% of the total order. I made a down payment of 5,000 before, so I'm just paying 45,000 now via credit card. And yeah, just closing out the first consultation. Yeah. So what are the next steps here, Ryan?
Okay, so we'll probably have a fitting after a month and a half.
Okay.
So it's June 19th today.
Yeah.
So hopefully by end July,
Okay.
we'll be able to do a fitting.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the final suit another month and a half after that.
Okay. Okay.
So hopefully by like August, September timing.
Okay.
For the
And
final
final
output.
delivery.
Final
Okay.
delivery, yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So thanks for your time, Ryan.
All right.
And really appreciated, answering the questions and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope you learned a lot about, sartorial world and obviously common suits. Thanking Ryan for his time, spending almost the whole day with us. There used to be some sun outside and now it's 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Almost exactly 7
Almost
p.m.
7.
So hope you guys learned a lot. I'm very much excited for the next steps, as Ryan mentioned. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in that next video.